Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers, Honorable Leader of Opposition, Honorable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, and all those tuning in live on Parliament's Facebook channel. Miss Ayandra Vinaka, Miss Ambula Vinaka, and a very good afternoon to you all. Wayandra al-ingayan we kemni na kay vingu, na wekangu, kokai la kokai, la warakai, oni wararong iko may nanong ni wendela niya wa uranga, ono ni wengarabi wada kadaka ki kemni oni warong iko may na weyas ni wurwura tabanga oni iko may kina. Honorable Speaker, firstly and rightfully I would like to acknowledge God's grace and His continued guidance and direction. Honorable Speaker, I would also like to congratulate Ra High School for winning the under-19 boys and girls titles in the Fiji Secondary School Rugby League competition. Honorable Speaker, this afternoon I rise with humility and gratitude to respond to the 2025-2026 national budget as presented by the Honorable Minister for Finance on the 27th of June. This budget is a reflection of our government's steadfast commitment to sustainable development, building resilience and driving inclusive economic growth. Honorable Speaker, this is the third national budget of the coalition government under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, who has steadfastly and relentlessly driven the progress of our nation, achieving milestones and underscoring solidarity for our people and the nation. The 2025-2026 national budget, titled Building Security, Stability and Prosperity, champions the intention to protect our citizens, our businesses and our communities with purpose and clarity. All these elements, Honorable Speaker, reinforce a strong foundation on which our nation's prosperous future shall be established. I thank the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance and his team for a well thought out and articulated budget. Honorable Speaker, while the opposition may take this opportunity to criticize the budget as overly ambitious, the truth is that it arrives at a most critical time, one where ambition is not a luxury but a necessity. The priorities outlined in the budget are timely, strategic, and geared toward recovery and long-term sustainability. Honorable Speaker, I will first begin with budgetary allocation for Head of Expenditure 30, the Ministry of Agriculture and Waterways. The Ministry's budget, Honorable Speaker, is a forward-looking roadmap that commendably aligns with the National Development Plan and the 10-year non-sugar agriculture sector policy to support the vital non-sugar agriculture sector. Honorable Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to honor the late Minister, the Honorable Vatim Rayalu, by carrying forward his visionary legacy and deep commitment to agriculture as the foundation of Fiji's rural life, economy, and national development. Honorable Speaker, the non-sugar agriculture sector is a significant pillar of economic resilience and security amid global uncertainty, recognized by the coalition government as a key investment for sustainable growth. The budgetary allocation of 115.3 million, an increase of 14 million, demonstrates a strong commitment to enhancing agricultural growth and development in Fiji for the new financial year. Honorable Speaker, this is not merely an economic choice, it is a strategic necessity. By prioritizing agriculture, we are not merely cultivating crops and raising livestock, we are cultivating an unshakable future for our country. Honorable Speaker, this budget covers a series of 20 new capital programs specifically tailored to address the emerging needs of our agricultural community. These programs are designed to be innovative and responsive, tackling challenges like climate change, market access, and technological adoption head-on. Honorable Speaker, the coalition government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Waterways, is prioritizing food security and commercial agriculture by investing 154,000 to develop home gardens and school farms across the country. These are two initiatives targeting urban, peri-urban, and rural communities, aiming to improve access to nutritious food, reduce market dependency, and combat nutrient deficiencies and NCDs at the district level. A budget of 772,800 has been allocated to mass-produce quality seeds and planting materials, aimed to improve agricultural productivity by supporting home gardening and commercial farming. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is working to boost export earnings by increasing production of key commodities such as kava, turmeric, taro, ginger, cocoa, and coffee, and by addressing supply chain challenges to improve market access. A budget of 4.6 million has been allocated for production of these major economic commodities. Honorable Speaker, in 2024, Fiji proudly exported 730 metric tons of cover, achieving an export value of 53 million. This milestone represents the highest achievement over the past 12 years between 2013 and 2024, significantly surpassing the 15 million threshold. Also in 2024, Honorable Speaker, Fiji exported 25.2 million worth of turmeric, making a 1.6% increase and the highest earnings in the last 12 years. Honorable Speaker, Fiji achieved exports of 5,540 tons of ndalo in 2024 with an export value of 41.3 million, an increase of 3.6% and the highest record ever in the past 12 years. To maintain this upward trajectory in ndalo exports, we have allocated a budget of 978,000, a 96% increase to support our ndalo farmers under the ndalo farming program. Honorable Speaker, 2.7 million has been set aside to boost rice research program, rice farming and maintaining irrigation schemes across several areas in Fiji. The rural rice program remains active and welcomes participation from rural communities interested in rice cultivation. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is investing 1.4 million constructing and maintaining farm roads to enhance farmers' access to essential agricultural resources like seeds, fertilizers and markets. In 2024-2025 financial year alone, the Ministry distributed 6 rice harvesters, 21 tractors and 6 diggers and newly constructed 60.46 kilometers of farm access roads. Honorable Speaker, the current budget emphasizes inclusive agricultural growth by empowering all farmers, especially smallholders, with equitable access to resources and to support and strengthen the nation's prosperity. 337,000 is allocated to the Women in Agriculture program and 281,000 for the Youth in Agriculture program. Honorable Speaker, in the 2024-2025 financial year, a total of 597 individual women and 51 women's groups were assisted with planting materials, training, nursery materials, farming tools, agro inputs, and market linkages. In addition, 4.4 million has been allocated to upgrade training facilities and quarters at Navuso Agriculture Technical Institute and Tutu Training Center, reinforcing efforts to equip youths with the skills necessary for a sustainable future. Honorable Speaker, a sum of 225,000 has been newly developed in the 2025-2026 fiscal year, budget designated to assist smallholder farming households aimed at alleviating poverty and empowering small-scale farmers. Additionally, 1 million is allocated to fertilizer and weedicide subsidy program, which seeks to strengthen agricultural sustainability by enhancing access to essential resources that improve productivity, profitability, and long-term resilience. Honorable Speaker, 3 million is allocated to strengthen Fiji's food supply chain by improving market access and local capacity. Of the 3 million, 2.5 million is for the Commercial Agriculture Development Program, which is essential for strengthening our exporters and agro-processors. Honorable Speaker, with the coalition government's investment in the 2024-2025 fiscal year, a total of 15 exporters and agro-processors were assisted in the form of generators, evaluating machines, cooler rooms, solar equipments, cooler trucks, and other essential infrastructure developments. As a result of these improvements, there has been a significant increase in agricultural export capabilities, as proven by the increase in exports of fresh and frozen agricultural produce by 10.5% in 2024 as compared to 2023. Honorable Speaker, crop research plays a transformative role in uplifting farmers and enriching their communities. By developing disease-resistant and climate-adapted crop varieties, researchers help farmers increase yields, reduce losses, and ensure more stable income. In the 2024-2025 financial year, there has been an ongoing research into seed multiplication for fruit trees, pulse trees, vegetable seeds, and the multiplication of crop varieties. To strengthen agriculture's future amid global challenges, 7.8 million is allocated to advance crop research through innovation and sustainability. Honorable Speaker, extension services play a pivotal role in enhancing crop production and enhancing agricultural development. These services act as a vital bridge between scientific research and farmers, ensuring the latest innovations, techniques, and sustainable practices reach the grassroots level. A sum of 15 million is allocated to enhance these services over extension services. Honorable Speaker, the livestock subsector is a cornerstone of sustainable rural development, boosting farmers' livelihoods, strengthening communities, ensuring food and financial security, and generating income and employment through nutrition, trade, and cultural value. Honorable Speaker, some of the achievements from the investment in the livestock sector are the establishment of the Waimbongi Piggery, which has the potential to house 300 pigs and will serve as a model for farmers across the country who also wish to venture into pig farming. Provided shredder machines to livestock farmers, which represents government's commitment in establishing more demonstration sites, increasing local mushroom production, providing high-protein livestock feed, and supporting small-scale farmers in building sustainable livelihoods. Honorable Speaker, our sustainable waterway sector plays a vital role in supporting crop extension by ensuring effective water management across agricultural lands, reducing flood risks, improving agricultural production, and mitigating the impacts of climate change. In the 2024-2025 fiscal year, the following major development projects were achieved. One was the dredging work for the Mba River mouth, the drainage and flood protection work at the 3 sites in the Central Division, mainly in Naivilava, Matainodo and Sawani villages, in the Western Division, Naviango and Mavo villages, and in the Northern Division, Navakaka village. Coastal erosion protection work undertaken in Ovea village, Lakemba village, and Nawaisomo village. Honorable Speaker, to continue this important work, the Ministry has been allocated a budget of 21.8 million to support waterways projects. Honorable Speaker, the Land Resources and Planning Division, Planning Development plays an essential role in the sustainable land use and in agricultural planning by offering expert guidance, shaping policy, and leveraging data. In the 2024-2025 fiscal year, a total of 106 farm plans were compiled and submitted to various stakeholders for new agricultural leases, farm loans, and overall farm planning for farmers. Additionally, a new crop and livestock farmers guide was launched, serving as an important source for treating farming as a business. In collaboration with Manaaki Wenua Land Care Research and ACIAR, a Pacific Soil Portal in Fiji was also established. Honorable Speaker, to continue this work, $10 million of budget has been allocated for the division to build a prosperous and climate for Fiji. Honorable Speaker, I encourage all stakeholders in the agricultural sector to view the new budget as a transformative commitment to supporting their growth, addressing challenges, and unlocking a prosperous future through the sustainable use of national resources. Honorable Speaker, moving on to our Head of Expenditure 31, Minister of Fisheries, the Ministry has been allocated a budget of 24.9 million. Honorable Speaker, fisheries is an integral part of Fiji's national culture, economy, and way of life. From coastal reefs and offshore waters to inland rivers and streams, these vital resources support livelihoods and have sustained diverse communities across generations. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry will continue to comprehensively review its legislation to ensure it remains fit for purpose and operationally robust, integrating international legal principles, applying the precautionary approach and limited scientific data, and address emerging challenges like climate change and the growing complexity of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Honorable Speaker, a total of 3.1 million has been allocated to the Offshore Fisheries Management Division. The division is tasked with the monitoring, control, and surveillance system in combating the IUU phenomenon in Fiji's offshore sector. The division now houses a national surveillance center that supports national operations, complemented to the Maritime Surveillance Center in Lami and the Regional Surveillance Center at the Pacific Islands Forum Fisheries Agency in Honiara, Solomon Islands. Honorable Speaker, the increase in budgetary allocation will not only reinforce the government's move to encourage e-system, but to allow the ease of doing business in this sector, and will support the Ministry's move towards strengthening its offshore monitoring, control, and surveillance capabilities. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is grateful to be hosting this year's 9th Tuna Trade Forum in Fiji and welcomes the allocation that is given to this event. The forum is thematically aligned to the concept of Pacific Tuna 2050, resilience, innovation, and equity, the sustainable trade for a prosperous future. Honorable Speaker, 2.9 has been allocated for fisheries research, resource assessment, and develop to strengthen and scale up its three core programs, which are the Pearl Oyster Research, the Fisheries Research and Conservation, and Makongai Research and Development, in alignment with the Aquaculture Development Plan and the National Fisheries Policy. This budget will support the expansion of ongoing research activities to increase production, enhance community engagement, and increase economic returns. Honorable Speaker, I am honored to inform the House that the procurement of a fisheries research vessel, generously supported by the Japanese government, will enhance advanced and exploratory fisheries research by enabling comprehensive stock assessment, ocean monitoring, habitat mapping, and data-driven management of our marine and coastal resources. Honorable Speaker, 2.2 million has been allocated for the Technical Services Division to allow for the purchasing of technical equipment required for maintenance and repair works of the Ministry's facilities and equipment, including the 23 ice plants, 32 service centers, and 43 institutional quarters across the 4 divisions. Also included is the purchase of salt flake ice machines and a new ice machine for Vanombalavu and Levuka. Honorable Speaker, in terms of aquaculture development, 5.7 million has been allocated towards expanding sustainable aquaculture by reducing effort in wild capture fishery and transitioning towards cultured marine commodities, ensuring long-term marine resource management. Honorable Speaker, 340,000 is allocated to support the Zawaro Ice Plant, 620,000 towards the Coral Fishery Station, 56,250 for the initial preparatory works for Matakunea Fishery Station. Honorable Speaker, for inshore fishery, commodity development, and market connectivity, 1.3 million has been allocated to reinforce market accessibility on various inshore fishery commodities, leading to the enhancement of diversification of and commercialization. Honorable Speaker, moving on to Head 32, the Ministry of Forestry is allocated a budgetary allocation of 25.6 million. The forestry sector continues to play a crucial role in Fiji's socio-economic development. It is not only a driver of rural development and economic opportunity, but a cornerstone of our environmental resilience, supporting food and water security and climate mitigation. Honorable Speaker, the 2025-2026 budget continues to support our National Reforestation Initiative with a total of 2.8 million allocated specifically for the reforestation of degraded forests with indigenous and other species project. This is a key investment in reversing forest degradation, restoring native biodiversity, and progressing our goal to plant 30 million trees in 15 years. Honorable Speaker, I am pleased to inform this August House that we have already surpassed 60% of this target, with improved seedling survival rates, and the Ministry thanks the unwavering support of our partners and communities. Honorable Speaker, to support timber harvesting in our rural maritime communities, a total of 2.5 million has been allocated under the Commercial Maritime Pine Subsidy Project in partnership with Fiji Pine Limited and Tropic Wood Industries. This initiative will empower communal pine landowners in maritime regions to commercially send their certified pine logs to Nrasa sawmill. The subsidy is designed to ease the operational challenges of timber harvesting in remote maritime areas by improving transport, enhancing market access, stimulating economic activity, and promoting sustainable forest-based livelihoods. Additionally, Honorable Speaker, the Fiji Pine Trust will receive 1.7 million to deepen engagement with landowners and build technical expertise. This support strengthens the partnership between the Ministry and the pine landowners, empowering them to actively participate in plantation management. Honorable Speaker, a total of 1.5 million has been allocated to the Maritime Pine Development Project with a specific focus on Kandavu and islands in the Lomaiviti and Lau provinces. This investment will help strengthen the pine industry on these islands, supporting increased timber production and supply. Honorable Speaker, the revenue generated from pine harvesting will directly contribute to community development, including improved access to education, health services, and infrastructure. A testament to this is the Narodake Pine Scheme in Ngau Island, where a total of 12 families were assisted in their housing rehabilitation program after being supplied with a total of 16.75 cubic meters of treated timber for their house construction, which was worth 23,930. Honorable Speaker, since the commencement of this project, the Ministry has supported the production of a total of 844 housing structures, representing a total investment of 5.5 million. The Maritime Pine Development Project is making a tangible difference, strengthening the financial capacity of local households and enabling communities to take great ownership in the sustainable management of their forest resources. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry remains firmly committed to supporting our mahogany land-owning units, and an allocation of 636,000 has been provided to support the operations of the Fiji Mahogany Trust and the broader Fiji Mahogany Development Initiative. This funding will strengthen the functioning of the 14 mahogany stations across the country and will cover capacity building programs, including training and awareness for landowners. Additionally, it will enable the procurement of essential assets required to enhance the trust's operation and ensure the delivery of timely and effective services for mahogany resource owners. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry continues to support micro, small and medium enterprises through the Forest Subsidy Program since its inception in 2015. This initiative assists small-scale operators, especially in rural and remote areas, by developing the upfront costs associated with timber harvesting, transportation and compliance. The Forest Subsidy Program is allocated a total of 200,000 in this new financial year. Honorable Speaker, another vital allocation is the 782,600 that has been allocated to the Forestry Training Center in Dole Suva. This facility is our national hub for technical forestry training. The upgrades will enhance and modernize infrastructure, improve safety standards, and integrate climate-smart and digital learning tools. This investment has been long awaited, and it ensures that forestry personnel, students, and landowners receive the highest quality training to meet the current and future forestry demands. Honorable Speaker, to uphold transparency and sustainability in forest operations, 256,800 has been allocated to the monitoring and surveillance project. This funding will boost regulatory oversight and ensure compliance with sustainable harvesting standards. The funding will also support the finalization and the implementation of the Forest Bill of 2025, including associated regulations and guidelines which will further solidify our legal and institutional framework for forest resource management. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is also undertaking the comprehensive review of the governing mahogany legislation. This critical reform will be a catalyst for revitalizing the sector and is expected to reshape the governance structure of both the Fiji Mahogany Trust and the Fiji Hardwood Corporation Limited. Honorable Speaker, total of 1.4 million has been allocated for the RED Plus project, which will support Fiji's emission reduction program in Viti Levu, Ono Levu, and Taviuni. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry remains committed to the management and protection of forest parks and reserves while promoting alternative livelihood opportunities for resource owners. This commitment is clearly reflected in the successful establishment of the Nandarivatu Community-Based Forest Park, the Lavena Coastal Walk within the Boma National Heritage Park during the current year. With a budgetary allocation of 506,250, the upgrade of Forest Park project will support the establishment of new community-based forest park and the renovation and improved management of existing ones. Honorable Speaker, the 2025-2026 budget is a progressive, well-targeted and forward-looking budget. It strengthens our ability to protect, sustainably manage and develop our natural resource-based sectors, ensuring real and lasting benefits to our people. Honorable Speaker, I wholeheartedly commend this budget to this August House, and I reaffirm the Minister of Agriculture and Waterways, the Minister of Fisheries, and the Minister of Forestry's dedication to delivering an impactful and sustainable outcomes for all Fijians. And I thank you for the opportunity to speak.
I thank the Honorable Alitia Bainivalu, Minister for Fisheries and Forest, and the Acting Minister for Agriculture and Waterways.